What is up, guys? Austin here for this month's top 5, along with Joe and Alex. As you can see, in December, usually we'll have these types of movies released in December, but oddly there's none released in December this year. And what I'm talking about is musicals.
Wait, not Christmas?
No, because
we did that last year.
Usually every year in December, there's usually a musical. Last year there was Les Miserables, which I happen to really enjoy. There's...
Yet he put it on his top 10.
And I regret it to this day.
We're gonna celebrate the top 5 musicals. I mean, keep in mind these are our personal favorite musicals. I mean, and plus, as usual, we'll always have the honorable mentions, and of course, yeah, you guessed, we're up in the shit stands, as usual.
I have 3 honorable mentions.
Same.
The first one might be a little bit of a surprise because this is going to be the only animated movie on my list. That is South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
That's considered a musical?
Yeah.
Technically.
It's a musical.
Technically.
It's a musical.
There are music numbers in that movie, and those musical numbers contain a lot of the portion of that movie. This movie was a great movie, I think. This movie was definitely an enjoyable one because it's about South Park. South Park in a movie. Yeah, that's my first honorable mention. Next 2 are kind of similar because they have the same actor.
Oh.
These are 2 Elvis Presley movies.
Elvis Presley movies?
Elvis Presley
Elvis Presley did movies.
Yes.
Well, I know that part.
Yes.
I'm surprised you didn't
First
know.
one is called Blue Hawaii.
Never heard of it.
Blue Hawaii, I remember that.
Yes, that's
Never
where
heard
he's
of
in
it.
Hawaii. That's where we hear one of the greatest love songs of all time. Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Oh man. He's a really good actor in this. And all the movies he does, believe it or not. And they're all original songs that he wrote and he sang. He produced. He pretty much did everything in this movie except directed and wrote it. So that's the first one. The second one is called Viva Las Vegas.
Oh, yes.
I haven't heard of that one either.
You haven't heard of Viva Las Vegas?
No, I have not.
You've heard of the song at least, right?
Well, of course.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
That's where it came from.
Oh.
So Elvis is paired with Anne Margaret, one of the best actresses of the 1950s and
back
60s.
in the day.
Good
Way
old
back in the day.
Back in the golden age.
That's right. I remember one scene vividly. He goes on like a racetrack or a go-kart track and he sings a song with Anne Margaret, a duet. Those 3 are my honorable mentions and they're all great musicals.
Well, I only have one.
Okay.
Every single fucking Disney animated movie that's got songs in it.
Way to be.
It's tough to pick, so I put them all in one category.
There you go.
So, I mean, what can you say? It's Disney animated movies. They've got catchy songs, and they're gonna live with us until the day we die. They even had a whole sing-along video series back in the 90s that had all of those classic songs on the Disney tapes. So I can't go wrong with it. But unfortunately, I can't put them in the top 5 because there are 5 better ones. But
yes.
I can't say one was better than the other. They're just also catchy.
I have 3 honorable mentions like Alex. One of them, oh my word, Joe, you're gonna be mad at me for this. My first one, honestly, it's Rock of Ages.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay, thank God.
I'm a little surprised.
Okay, for one thing, alright, I'm a huge rock guy, and I'm not a big musical guy, but when I first heard about them putting these classic songs, like, you know, We're Not Gonna Take It, We Built This City.
Every rose has its thorn.
Yeah, when they were gonna do that, basically.
It's a song?
I don't know.
There's a band in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just watching this movie, I don't know, when I first saw it, I had a lot of fun with this movie. I actually sang along to portions of it. Of course, there are lots of flaws. Like, for one thing, it is way too long for musical.
Yeah.
Way too long. Too many musical numbers.
Yeah, it did feel like it was 3 hours, but in fact it was 2.
Yeah, 2, there were way too many musical numbers, and 3, there was a lot of portions where they tried to intercut 2 different numbers at the same time. Like, at one point they did I Wanna Rock and Roll, and they had another one intercut with another one. But the one that did work very cleverly was when, like, the standoff was like, we built this city and we're not gonna take it. The movie did have some great covers in there too. I mean, I cannot lie, I did enjoy this one when I first saw it. My second one is Les Miserables. I honestly...
Which one?
The new one.
I
honestly enjoyed the new one, okay? I mean, I'm not, like I said, not a fan of musicals, and one of my friends talked me into watching this movie, and I really enjoyed this film. I mean, Tom Hooper directed it a good job. I love how the movie looks. I love how it's all live singing on the set, like it's not recorded, pre-recorded, it's all sang live on the set, which I really enjoyed, so it's more intimate with the performances.
Master of the house. Master of the house.
And Hathaway did a great job as well with her I Dreamed of a Dream. That every time I hear that, it gets me crying. The one flaw I had was Russell Crowe.
Oh, this was the best thing of the movie.
No, it wasn't.
Stop the madness!
He was awful, okay? Every time I listened to him sing, I covered my ears, but he had some points of potential. I mean, regardless, it's still a good one. And my last one, you guys will be very surprised this is not on there, but you know, I decided to myself, if I put this on there, it would just be like every other list, and guess what? It's Sound of Music. Yeah.
Oh my, wow.
Yeah. Sound of Music is in my honorable mentions. I mean, I've seen this once in my life. Once. I haven't seen it any other time but once. I saw it when I was young. I remember bits and pieces of it. I remember it was a great musical. But yes, that is my honorable mentions. And so you know what? Let's get on to the top 5.
Number 5.
Alright, my number 5 might be a little bit surprised it's not higher on the list because it's all my movies are all-time classics when it comes to musicals. So
It should be.
Yeah, absolutely. The first, or should I say, my number 5 is The Wizard of Oz.
Hope mine is 2.
Woohoo! Great story,
Yes.
great characters.
Very
Tin Man. The Scarecrow.
They called me Tim Man all the time when I was a kid.
Cowardly Lion,
Cowardly
Dorothy,
Lion.
Munchkins,
yes.
and
Mr.
of
Oz.
course, the Witch.
And speaking of Oz, I recently just saw The Great and Powerful today.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it for what it was. But anyway, I enjoyed it for what it was.
Does the square of the sum root of any two sides of an isosceles triangle equal to the square root of the remaining side?
But yeah, very great musical numbers. Follow the yellow brick road.
Yes.
Follow the yellow brick road.
The Munchkins.
We're off to see the wizard,
Yeah.
the wonderful Wizard of Oz. And
Lion, tigers, bears.
oh my!
Yeah, the musical number I really enjoyed is when they first meet the lion. That's my favorite number in the entire movie.
If I were the king.
Yes. That's my favorite
That's
number. I also like the one where they first meet Tin Man.
If I only had a heart.
A brain.
Oh, shut up. It's definitely a great musical. I mean, it's definitely one you would watch with your kids, especially your little kids. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, so I can't really comment too much on it. Really love the numbers in this one. For anyone that doesn't like Wizard of Oz or hasn't seen it, you really should see this movie, especially you should show your kids this movie.
Oh yeah.
Say on
It's a
this-
feel good.
Not just as a musical, but just as a movie in general.
Yeah. It's a
One of the
classic.
best of all
Yeah,
time.
that's our number 5. I
Yes,
guess you
it
could say.
is.
My number 5 is different, but it's a very classical movie with me. I grew up with this back when I was 5 years old. It was like the very first musical I actually ever knew. It's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, that's.
Oh man, first song, Candyman. How can you not like that?
Who can make a sunrise?
Sprinkle it with dew. Candy
Cover it in chocolate and miracle in two.
Miracle or two.
Oh.
My friends and I have so many memories. Like, I got
Yes.
a golden ticket.
Yeah.
I got a twinkle in my eye.
Why do you sound like
Sorry,
Stevie?
South Park again.
Oh.
Ow.
That song, we grew up with that, and the Oompa Loompa song, and
If you want to view paradise.
Pure imagination, and there's no earthly way of knowing which direction we are going.
Stop the boat!
I want it now! Now! I want everything!
Oh, I hated her.
I want beans, cream cakes, and donuts, some fruit you can go nuts.
Golden goose!
You can have all those things when you get home.
No, no! I want an Oompa Loompa!
How can you not like the movie? How can you not like the music in general?
Yes.
It's just like, oh, I can,
Glorious!
I can watch it all over again if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I can actually.
I can get the look of it.
Number 4.
Okay, my number 4 is the only Disney movie on my list. This is a live-action Disney movie.
Uh-huh.
It's one of the first Disney movies I ever saw.
Oh.
It is Mary Poppins.
Oh, I totally forgot about that one.
Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins is a nanny. She is a what?
Yeah, she is a nanny.
She is a nanny. Something with her umbrella, she flies. I haven't seen this movie in a long time.
Same.
I just know it's a great movie. They actually have a movie coming out later this year called Saving Mr. Banks, which is about the making of
Mary Poppins.
Mary
Starring
Poppins.
Tom Hanks.
Well, not
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious something. I forgot the rest of the words.
chimney.
Chimney, chimney, something lucky as lucky can be.
Don't sing it if you don't know the lyrics.
Yeah, this is a great story, great characters, great music. That's why it's number 4.
Number 4 won Best Picture
it did.
several years ago, actually. About a decade ago, so to speak. It was actually a surprise back then, because as great as it was, I didn't think it would get. I didn't think it would be one of the top ones. But that goes to a. It's also a city in America.
Oh, yep.
It's okay. I'll spell it out for you. It's CHICAGO. It's
Chicago?
Yes.
I think that's so overrated.
No. Okay,
I don't like Chicago.
I mean, the story itself is pretty good. I mean, somebody, I don't know, I liked it. Catherine Zeta-Jones and all that jazz.
Okay,
that was a I love that portion of it.
And all that jazz.
And Queen Latifah as the prison ward or whatever like that.
She got not best Oscar.
Yeah, she got for like best supporting actress.
Yes.
It
was a Golden Globe.
Renee Zellweger also did a good job in my opinion. So did Richard Gere.
Yeah.
I truly loved Richard Gere. And they both reached for the gun, and it's like at first it took me a while to really appreciate the movie, because when I first saw it as a kid, I hated it.
Yeah.
Hated it.
I did, and I still don't like it to this day. I don't know why.
You gotta watch it again.
For the musical that it is, at least it's being treated like it's a film, and it's not like others that try to stick with the whole musical aspect and not trying to put film elements, or at least try to it's in the right medium, I should say. It's not something that's taken from one medium and expected to stay the same style, and the whole meat and potatoes.
Yes.
It needs to be what it is, and that's why, and people respected it, and it was in the Oscars this year for the whole musical fiasco thing that they did. That's why it's my number 4.
My number 4 was announced in Honorable Mentions. That's South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a big South Park fan. The reason why I love this movie is because Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they like musicals. I mean, frankly,
and they made the Book of Mormon.
Yeah, which is an Emmy Award-winning musical.
Tony.
Shit.
Tony's are for musicals.
Tony winning. Excuse me. They basically took everything that's great about South Park, but they made it into a musical. I mean, it makes the guarantee you can suck my balls. And then when Kyle's mom starts like bitching at everyone, and Carmen twists this, Kyle's mom is a little bitch.
Blame Canada! Blame Canada!
That was one of the best musical numbers I've ever seen put in animated form. Should they add? Yeah. She's a stupid bitch. Cause my mom is a stupid bitch. I love it when Satan starts having his own musical numbers as soon as the daughters. It's a great musical.
And who can also forget?
It's great. It's funny. It's what South Park is. It has great acting all around. Great voice acting. Great animation still. They keep the animation from the show and put it into the movie, which is why I love. And from what I've heard, Alex, the creators have said that a sequel will conclude South Park. Jeez, there's a lot going on.
Shut your fucking face,
motherfucker. Oh yeah. And I remember was in the one scene, shut your fucking face, Uncle. And the interesting is when Trey Parker and Matt Stone got nominated, they went to the Oscars high on acid. They went,
They did not.
They did acid, and they wore dresses, and they wore. Look it up.
That explains a lot.
It's definitely not for kids. Okay, that's why it's my number 4.
Okay, my number 3 is something Austin mentioned in his honorable mentions. The Sound of Music. Yes, this is an all-time classic.
Yes.
Another Julie Andrews movie.
Oh yes,
because she was also in Mary Poppins.
She
is also a nanny in this movie.
Wow, what a coincidence.
Did she say spit spot and all that stuff?
No. These are a few of my favorite things. So she house sits for a captain in the army in World War II. I think there's like 12 kids, I want to say. Maybe it's 9, I don't know.
I don't remember.
But the oldest son also fights with his father in World War II. Some of the best musical numbers in this movie. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good day, sir! And also one of my all-time favorite songs in any musical.
What's that?
These are a few of my favorite things.
I had a feeling you were gonna pick that.
I feel good and distinct for not putting it in my top 5.
I am disappointed. There was actually 2 of these movies. There was a sequel to this one. It was just as good. Some of the best music of all time. I actually have this on vinyl. But anyway, that's why it's my number 3.
Alright, well, my number 3, I have to play this. You gotta love that. So
that's my favorite song from that movie too.
So
Grease Lightning.
Yeah, so if you couldn't tell, number 3 is Grease. I saw this on a bus ride to Orlando in 7th grade. My sister was with me.
Wow.
My sister was with me, and she had seen that movie I don't know how many times. She was trying to educate everybody on the bus about just how great Grease was, and she was right. It was really good. You had the Greaser group. You had the ladies. The Pink Ladies.
And the Thunderbird T-Birds.
Yeah, the T-Birds and everything. It's like, I just get a kick out of their music every time. It's like some of the stuff, you just gotta dance to it. And then the principal and the bell. It's like, dee, dee, dee. It's like,
Do, do, do. Hello, students.
hello, students.
Today, we are going to American Bandstand in the stadium.
Oh, man. That was great. I love that movie. And unfortunately, we saw the sequel, too. Which was so...
Who knows? It might appear in the shit stains.
Oh, it was bad.
I haven't seen it, thank God.
It was bad, though.
Seriously?
And in fact, I got sick the next day.
That's probably why.
Grease 2, you are a virus.
See what you do, Grease 2!
Grease 2, you are a virus, and the
virus to society.
The vaccine is more grease. Performances are good for what they are. And the flying car at the end. So that's my number 3. It's just fun and exciting and fun.
My number 3, this is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, well, Willy Wonka, this is an absolute classic movie. It's one of the first movies, it's a movie I saw as a kid. I think that's one of my most favorite parts of that entire movie is the tunnel scene, because I guess I'm all.
That's the reason why there wasn't a sequel.
Great musical numbers. Oompa loompa doobity doo. I've got another puzzle for you.
Exactly.
Every actor works great in this movie. I love all the music bits in this movie, especially when they get the roosters or the chickens like laying the eggs, the golden eggs and everything. But the fizzy pop scene where they're about to
fizzy lifting drinks.
Yeah, the fizzy lifting drinks. I love that scene, and I just love the end where you see them in the glass elevator going up in the sky, and it gives such an uplifting feeling at the end.
I think I see my house.
It really
is my school. Alright,
Anyways, Willy Wonka is my number 3.
Number 2.
For me is quite possibly one of the best musicals of all time. This is a musical that I acted in. My senior year of high school.
I gotcha.
JCS.
Yes,
I was there.
High school.
I was there. I saw you perform on it.
But
I missed it.
I believe this won Best Picture back in the late 50s, early 60s.
Yes, it did.
West Side Story. We just did like
Did bits and
chorus
pieces of
music.
it.
We just did the chorus music.
Which side were you on?
I was the Jets.
You were the Jets?
And I actually had a Brett Favre jersey on.
They let you do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and a leather jacket. The movie is a modern day Romeo and Juliet in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn.
Is it Brooklyn? Or is it
somewhere in
Queens?
New York.
It's in New York, one of the
Somewhere in New
suburbs
York,
of New York. This is what a musical movie should be. But it's not my number 1 though. This is pretty much the blueprint of what every musical movie should have. That's why West Side Story is my number 2.
My number 2 is a Disney movie, and it was on Alex's list already, so I think you can kind of guess what it is, if you haven't already. It's Mary Poppins. Julie Andrews doing a fantastic job as Mary Poppins. I mean, just And I don't know, you blend great actress with great singer, and she's still going strong to this day. I saw her like in a Macy's Day Parade like a few years ago, and she was singing it, and she was still going strong.
Still have the voice of an angel.
It's like Angela Lansbury almost. I mean, it's like they got that. They're great actresses, great singers, and they're still going strong.
Better than Liza Minnelli.
Oh God.
Better than Liza Minnelli.
And Dick Van Dyke.
Oh yes!
Oh, Dick Van Dyke.
I almost forgot about Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke. That's one of the reasons I started watching his old TV show too.
Spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Go down. Oh, wait.
That's like Mr. Rob.
Oh, wait. I'm combining the two. Oh, sorry.
Does not compute!
Alright.
Does not compute!
It's okay.
This musical is so great that if Arnold Schwarzenegger plays Mary Poppins, this would be still as amazing. Just imagine him trying to sing those songs.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I hate merry-go-rounds. Why aren't you guys out exercising? Memorable one in the scene in the bank. And they're like, give me back my money! Give me back my money! Let's go fly a kite! Oh, that was one of the reasons I got a kite. So, Mary Poppins is great. Great music, great everything. That's why it's my number 2.
My number 2, Grease. Great musical. The reason why I love rock, or why I like Rock of Ages, why I love Grease. Classic rock is in this movie, and I'm a huge fan of classic rock music. What? Go Grease Lightning, Grease
That's not
Lightning.
crap. That's not classic rock.
That's not crap. You're right. That is not.
That's not. I never said it was crap.
It's
That's
classic
not classic
rock.
rock. How is it classic rock?
It kind of is classic rock.
It's 50s.
That's classic rock.
It's classic rock.
That's how rock and roll originally started.
I'll shut up.
Chuck Berry.
One of my favorite music bits in the movie that you guys didn't mention was the beauty school dropout scene. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot all about it.
You are a beauty school dropout.
Go back to high school.
She's in that fantasy zone. You see her. And was it summer loving happened so fast?
Oh, how did
I come on!
Crazy for me.
John Travolta, I mean, he does have a great singing voice.
His career.
He has a great singing voice. Yeah, this was the high point of his career back then. Love the racing scene between, John Travolta with Grease and Lighting and the other one. That was a great racing scene. It's classic rock at its best. Great music, great musical numbers, great direction, great performances. It's just great all around. That is why Grease is my number 2.
It's number 1.
Okay, my number 1 favorite musical of all time is something you guys already mentioned. Austin,
Grease.
your number 2 is Grease! You guys pretty much just explained everything.
So, do we need to go any further?
Honestly, no. Grease, my number 1.
Very interesting if you play this album with this particular movie. The second time I watched this movie, I actually played Dark Side of the Moon along with it.
Did it? How was it?
Oh, it fit perfectly with it.
It fit, really?
Yeah, it's
from beginning to end?
From beginning to end.
So,
You have to play it at
beginning of the
certain
record.
points.
What is this?
Oh.
Okay. I have to. Okay, let me explain. Okay, let me explain. My number 1 is The Wizard of Oz. It's called Dark Side of the Rainbow. What happens is, you play Dark Side of the Moon at a particular point in the movie.
Okay.
Depending on which source you have.
Okay.
And you play it from the beginning of the album. And as it goes along, like when the tornado comes, the Great Gig in the Sky starts playing.
Oh,
man!
Awesome.
It fit, and when she's doing that, and she's doing that, she's spinning in the tornado and everything. It just fits so dramatically.
That does fit
That's
perfectly.
interesting.
Yeah.
I thought about that.
It's on YouTube. You can look it up.
Oh,
It's got the whole
Thing.
album in there. But anyway, that's one of the reasons why I like Wizard of Oz, because it fits so well with one of my favorite albums.
Wow,
But,
I never thought about that.
yeah, but okay, let's get to where I really like this. I mean, Technicolor. It's like one of the first movies to start using color. Everybody just loves this. Victor Fleming was the main director who also did Gone with the Wind back in the 30s.
Oh.
Memorable songs, the whole themes of politics. You guys covered it pretty well when you said in your number 5. Memorable music, just the
If I only had a brain.
The brain, the heart.
A home. The knife.
Charles, I'm speechless. The music's great. Everything from the color to the music to this. It's just hard because you guys already explained it. I can't really explain why. It's like it's him with Grease. I mean, that's why it's number one. It's just
Classic,
one of the first
classic,
musicals.
classic.
It's like my best favorite. And I know that there's one that's actually better, but there's only reason that Singing in the Rain is not on the list is because I haven't seen it. I would have put that as my number one, but I haven't seen it.
There is Singing in the Rain? That's a great one.
Yeah, but yeah, Wizard of Oz is my number one.
Oh man, my number one for many reasons. One thing, I think the reason why I might put this will give this away completely. It's the theme of this movie, and it's when this movie takes place. It's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, that's not surprising.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
I love this movie so much. It's not directed by Tim Burton, but it's produced by him. The stop motion has Tim Burton's stamp on it. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 That's what and yeah, and what's this? What's this?
Because at least you can watch it 2 days a week.
Yeah. It's not only a movie you can watch on Halloween, but you can watch it on Christmas too. Henry Selick, I think that's who did a fantastic job of directing it. The stop motion animation is absolutely beautiful to look at, and Jack Skellington, my God,
Jack Skellington.
dude,
A football player?
Yeah.
really?
There is a football player called Jack Skeleton.
But you really
Wait, no. John Skeleton. My bad.
This is why I'm not a sports guy. Sally, the doctor, all the characters there are so amazing. I love the animation. I love the musical numbers. Oogie Boogie, the main villain, those little three bastards. I just love the plot of this movie too. That how Jack Skellington is tired of every year for Halloween, but he goes into Christmas land and he tries to integrate Halloween into Christmas, and I love how he tries to do everything. He tries to make everything happy-go-lucky and just a horrifying nightmare. I don't know. Being a horror guy, that's the reason why it's my number one. All right, and now the moment you've all been waiting for. It is time for the shit stains of musicals. Of course, these are the ones that made us want to staple our ears shut.
Oh man, where do I even begin with this one? I remember seeing this back when Abacoa used to have the movie theater right down the street.
And it's a shame. And it's a shame it's gone.
The first movie that I saw was Dumb and Dumber.
Oh,
so this is fairly recent.
Yeah, so it was in
Oh, it's a
2002, 2003, I want to say.
Oh.
And then the second one, I don't know why I saw this. I honestly have no idea. It has two of the singers from the first season of American Idol.
I think we have the same one.
From Justin to Kelly.
Right there. That is also mine.
Wow.
What happened?
Seriously, where do we even begin with this?
Okay, Kelly Clarkson and who else?
Justin Guarini.
Oh,
with his messed up hair.
And where are they now?
Kelly's doing great music. Obviously.
What's Justin
He's still on the
doing?
radios. He's sucking dick for crack.
This was terrible.
Yes.
Oh my, I don't know why, but I was a kid, you know what? I watched this movie a lot when I was a kid. I don't know why.
Yeah, why
I was a kid. You love everything when you're a kid.
No.
Well,
there are some things I didn't like as a kid.
Yeah, true. But
Like
I
Armageddon.
I watched. I watched it recently, and I was like, oh my god, this is
This is widely regarded as one of the worst musicals of all time. Not just that, but one of the worst movies of all time.
I completely agree
Along
with
with Battlefield Earth.
that. The reason, here's the thing I don't get. Okay, two singers in a musical. That should be gold right there.
But it's
Gold.
American Idol.
And it's directed by Simon Cowell.
Exactly.
Or it's produced.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Just him being involved in the project is
Pretty much.
That explains everything.
That explains everything.
If you have the right director with these two people, you could have gold right here. But
Cinematic.
no, you could
But
have.
they already made the gold out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. Gold record.
Yeah, but what we got was
Awful. They can't act worth if their lives depended on it.
no, they cannot.
That wasn't their purpose.
They can sing though, but acting wise, they're
That wasn't their purpose.
terrible.
Yeah, the acting was absolutely terrible.
Technically it was.
Justin,
If they're-
what were the guys?
Guarini.
Who cares? Who cares anymore? This is just an absolutely
Except for
god
Walker.
awful musical, and I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not really an avid musical fan. I'm not at all. It's just one of those movies that is the reason why I tend to stay away from musicals. This one is a perfect example of how to not make a musical. That is why it's Alex and I's shit stain. Even if you're an American Idol fan, don't watch it, okay?
Does anyone have a white flag?
Here's a Blockbuster gift card.
Okay. This was what I was doing in the theater last year.
What? It's your worst? Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I was only kidding.
Oh, thank
Oh
God.
my God, I knew it.
If that was your worst, I'd be like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, thank God.
I just had to say something.
Oh, thank
I just
God.
had to say
Thank
something.
God.
I can't really say I hate this one, but I have to say it's a fun one. It's bad, but it's fun. The two songs that came out of the movie, you know, they became like little cult hits with my friends and I. It's Miami Connection.
That's a musical?
It's got two original songs in it.
That's a musical?
Technically, it is.
I still have to see this one.
I'm stretching it a little bit. But like I said, it's
I'll let you bend the rules.
I gotta bend with it because it really does have two original.
This is the final top 5 of the year.
It does have two original songs in it against the ninja.
What?
Hey ho! Taekwondo! The clapping.
The clapping is off key.
Offbeat.
It's man. Friends forever will be together.
We're on top because we play to win.
We'll stick together.
I put that on Facebook yesterday.
Friends forever
We'll be together.
Oh, man, it's
We're
like-
on top because we play to win.
I mean, pretty much like.
I still have to watch.
I was like,
Got a friend in me.
half of the movie is basically the two songs. Motorcycle ninjas.
Wait.
Motorcycle ninjas are selling
drugs.
No. They're selling drugs in Miami. So they go to Central Florida to sell to their distributor, who's
UCF.
named Jeff.
Jeff?
And then the good guys of UCF are this rock band.
Dragon Sound.
Dragon Sound, and they have and they also practice Taekwondo. So a Taekwondo rock band is going up against motorcycle
ninjas.
What?
Yes.
It's a fun shit stain. It's bad, but it's fun
then,
at the same time. And even though it's got two songs, they take up most of the movie. So
Yeah.
it seems like forever. But
Mark.
you gotta see this. And that's why it's my shit stain.
That was our top 5 musicals, the honorable mentions, and of course the shit stains. Oh my God, I gotta see Miami Connection now.
You have to.
Yes. It's on YouTube and
You should
Netflix.
This was the final top 5 of 2013. Thank you guys for joining every top 5
Great
that we
year.
did this year. We will see you guys in 2014. And until 2014, we will see you guys next time.
Seriously, do it. Do it. Do it.